What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about my C63. I've owned it for a little over a month now. I just wanted to give you guys some information on how much it does cost to own one of these vehicles. Now, most of the stuff that I am going to be talking about is preventative maintenance. You don't necessarily need to do them, but just for peace of mind, I wanted to do them. All the maintenance stuff that I have done has been through FCP Euro. So if you haven't checked out FCP Euro, make sure you guys do go ahead and check out their website. They got a ton of stuff, and you're going to save a ton of money by buying through them. So when I first bought the car, I started off doing the AFE drop-in filters, and I also did the ROW air boxes, and that was an extra few $100s as well. After I did those items, I went ahead and I did the oil change with Liquid Moly and Liquid Moly's additive called Ceratec. And that ran about, I think it was $100, 150 maybe with the additive. I'm not entirely sure. I will put all the prices on the screen. I don't know them off the top of my head. And also, when I was doing the oil change, I had to put in new TPMS sensors in the rear tires because I think they were defective. I don't really remember. This was a month ago. They were either defective or they were not there. And then the next thing I did was the fuel injectors. Now, the fuel injectors are, well, from what I've heard, a big issue with these cars. It did have the factory injectors in the car, so around like 60,000 miles, I've heard stories about like the engines like hydrolocking because the fuel injectors get stuck open or something. So just for peace of mind, I went ahead and swapped those out. Since we're on the topic of the injectors, I do want to fill you guys in on an issue that I did have. Now, after like 3 start cycles, I was receiving like lean codes. In order to do the fuel injectors, you have to take this Y2 plenum thing off. Whatever you guys want to call it. But the way it sits on the intake manifold, it's only held in by like 2 little clips on either side. So it's not really like a good seal. So what I did when I got those codes is I just took everything back apart and I cleaned up. There's a rubber seal going around, so I just cleaned it up and then seated it back down, make sure it was properly seated. And since then, I've cleared the codes and they have not returned. And after I did the injectors, I did the spark plugs and I also did the coil packs. Now, the coil packs were the original ones from factory, so I just went ahead and I swapped those out. It's at almost 60,000 miles. And the spark plugs were changed probably, I think, around 39,000 miles. So they only have about 20,000 miles on them. But again, just for peace of mind, I went ahead and swapped those out as well. When I pulled them, they looked good. They did have some carbon buildup, but they didn't smell like fuel or oil or anything. Now, like I said, those were only like preventative maintenance things. Knock on wood, I haven't had anything else really happen with the car. It runs fantastic. The car does have brand new tires on it, but they are summer tires, so I might go ahead and swap those out for a winter set. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet. Now, something else that you guys might wonder is, since the car does have almost 60,000 miles, what do the brakes look like? I will have to probably swap them out maybe next year. Within the 6 months to a year, I'm gonna have to go ahead and swap those out, rotors and pads. But yeah, that's the grand total right here on the screen is what I've spent on this car so far. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If it did help you out, make sure you do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.